Walter Martin back for another video to help you learn how to use Craigslist to find a car or truck under a certain price point. Just got finished doing a couple other YouTube videos on Craigslist California options, but now we're going to look at Monterey. When looking for Craigslist Monterey options, first of all, we have to get to the Craigslist Monterey page. So I would suggest using Google, the world's best search engine, and typing in Craigslist Monterey, California, and hitting enter. And the first thing that pops up is actually the housing and apartments in Monterey, but we don't want that. We want to go to the actual Monterey website. So make sure to go to montereycraigslist.org instead of going to the housing and apartments, unless you want a house or an apartment. So it's the second search. On mine, it could be different on yours. So click there. And this will take us to the generic Craigslist homepage. Monterey Bay will be up top. You have the option to search. If you want to search for a specific make or model car, you can do that. But I tend to use the Cars and Trucks tab under For Sale, and you're going to see why in a moment. I click there, and I often go to the Buy Owner Only. These are usually sellers who are trying to get rid of a vehicle, and they're not going to sit and negotiate prices for months and weeks on end. You know, they literally need a couple grand for their car, and they're not going to fight battles just to get rid of it. So I always click there, and you're going to see some really good prices for vehicles on here. And I immediately notice Volkswagen Jetta 1990 for $1,750, which I got to see this car. And about what I expected, $1,750 or cash offer. It's not a bad price. If you have cash in hand, you could probably get it for $1,500 or so. It has 120,000 miles on it, but I have definitely seen higher mileage cars that are a lot more expensive. So, you know, this isn't a bad deal, a Volkswagen Jetta. You can look and see some of the newer cars. There's a Honda CR-V for $15,000. This is completely bogus. It's a 2000 Honda Accord for $39. I would assume, yeah, $3,900. Whoever posted the ad forgot to put the 2 zeros on the end. So it's a $3,900 offer, not a $39 offer, because I think we'd all jump on that vehicle if it was only 39 bucks. But you'll see a lot of good prices. If you're looking for really low prices, like under $1,000, I would put the max at $1,000 and the min probably at $450 or so. Don't put the min at 0, because if you put the min at 0, you're going to find all kinds of $1 items, which the sellers tend to just put $1 as the price just to come up for all the search results. You'll also find a ton of car accessories and car parts, which is probably not what you're looking for. Here's an old Ford Explorer Eddie Bauer. Interesting how they spelled Eddie Bauer. That's neither here nor there. $1,000 for a black and I guess it's more red than black and brown Eddie Bauer. They say it runs great for $1,000. That's hard to beat. You might want to give them a call at that number. For $1,000 for a sport utility is a pretty darn good offer. Here's a 1985 Dodge truck for $800 or best offer. Doesn't look great, but you're talking about $800, so what can you really expect? And you can go down the list, and as you can see, over the last few days, there have been several listings for cars between $450 and $800. You can obviously narrow this down if you're looking for something different. Some of these vehicles are not going to have pictures, like this one does not have a picture, and there's not much in the classified ad. I mean, there is a phone number, but you know, a picture would always be helpful, a little more information. But as you can see, there are plenty of options available. You can take out the parameters and simply search all the cars, and a lot of these will be newer cars that people are getting rid of, like this Dodge Charger 2009 SXT. It's a beautiful car, but you know, when looking for Craigslist cars, a lot of people aren't looking to spend 17 grand. That doesn't mean it's not going to sell quickly. It's just not the same demographic that most people would think. This is closer to that demographic. The $4,000 Honda Accord, 3,650. It's a great deal. Most people are going to spend a couple grand on a used car on Craigslist. So this concludes the Craigslist Monterey Bay video. And if you want to check out any other videos, check out my feed on YouTube, and let me know if you have bought a car on Craigslist or plan to buy a car on Craigslist. I would like to know how it goes. So comment below and like the video if you do like it.